Hey guys, Risque here, and welcome to my playthrough of Home, a unique horror adventure by Benjamin Rivers. So, I'm excited. This is gonna be really fun. I haven't played it in a while, so I'm a little rusty, but this isn't blind. I have played it before, and it's just a fun little like indie horror game, and I'm really excited, so let's just jump on in. Your game will be saved automatically at certain points. However, we recommend you put aside an hour and a half and complete Home in a single sitting. Let's turn up the sound. You know what? I kind of need to turn the lights on though so that y'all can see me. So, I don't know. I'll just keep the lights on. All I remembered at that point was finding myself alone. Oh, my head. Where was I? It was so dark. There was something by my feet. A flashlight. All right. And we are just in it to win it. I love that house. Where was I? I love the Resident Evil style door transitions. There was a body lying on the floor. Who was it? I didn't recognize his face. He was still kind of warm. Okay, that's all. Gotcha. Flicker just jumped. It was really cute. Okay, let's go downstairs. I noticed that I limped as I moved down the stairs. How did I hurt my leg, I wondered. All I could really recall was coming home, seeing Rachel. I was upset. She looked afraid. I shook my head and tried to clear it. I knew I should head downstairs, try to find a way out. Okay. A thin gray mouse was stuck in a trap. It looked frantic but exhausted. Did I free it? Let's free it. Why not? Okay, there's a door there. I'm not so sure that I'm ready to leave the house yet, though. The shelf was full of books on local history and hunting. Seemed like the owner of the house really knew the area. There were scribbles of all kinds on random scraps of paper. And notes about some kind of water tower. Did he mean the one by the old train yard? Okay, I get it. I didn't know if it was going to be the same thing. I think I want to go downstairs again. I'm not ready to leave the house. Okay. Oh, God. The door was taped up and seemed to be stuck. By the smell, I guessed it led to the kitchen. Okay. Jesus. That was really intense. I look like hell. My clothes are dirty and torn, and there was mud caked all over my shoes. Had I been sleepwalking again? Was that how I got to that house? Wait, I want to see if there's anything else to say about the kitchen. I gave the door a hard shove, and to my surprise, it cracked open. I'm glad I did! Holy shit! There were sheets of paper all over the kitchen table. It looked like a series of names were written down, but they were too smudged to read. I could only make out a few of the notes. Key card, Ocker, last one, I promise. It didn't make much sense at the time. The smell of old dishes and moldy food was dizzying. Okay. Alright, little mousy. Okay. I'll head through this door. A collection of rusty tools. These look like they'd seen a lot of use and were caked in damp-smelling dirt. Why weren't they in a shed? This was an odd place to keep yard tools. What would they have been used for in here? I found a picture of a couple. It looked like it'd been moved a lot. There seemed to be a switch behind it. Let's push it. It depressed smoothly into the wall. I heard a faraway click somewhere. Huh. I think I might have unlocked a door. I think I just might have unlocked a door. I wonder which door. Maybe this one on the end? Possibly? Oh, okay. An old dining table covered in dirty dishes for two people. There were dozens of beer cans and other liquor bottles among the dishes. The smell was turning my stomach. How long had this been here, rotting? The man upstairs didn't look like he'd been dead a long time. A black and white photo. Looked like the man upstairs and his wife, I guessed. There was no reason for me to keep this. Did I take it? Yeah, let's keep it. I slipped the photo into my pocket. Maybe this would help me find some answers. It just might. There was only dust on the floor now. Okay, let's go back upstairs really fast and then go through that other door. There's a leak. Ugh, God, this is so terrifying. The desk had a computer and some papers on it and a single drawer. I didn't want to snoop, but did I open the drawer? Fuck yeah, you opened the drawer. Receipts, pens, and a blurry photo. Looked like a store of some kind. Why did this look so familiar? I really shouldn't have been going through this stuff, getting my fingerprints everywhere. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Blood on the wall. It smelled fresh and sickening. I realized there was blood on my shoes and pants. Oh man, I had to get out of there. If that man died in the hallway, what was the blood doing there? Can he run? No? Can't run? Okay. It's just like so much anxiety, because it's just like, oh god, what happened in this place? Oh. Oh. No? Nothing in here? Huh. That's creepy, honestly. The man's face looked like the man in the photo I had found. Okay, that's all he has to say. Alright. Okay, well. Yikes. That was a thing. Okay, guess it's time to leave. What's this way? The switch in the wall appeared to have unlocked the door. Well, how about that? The box looked heavy, but there were marks on the floor. It had obviously been moved before. Maybe I had found a way out. I must have moved it, right? I heaved the box forward and it finally gave. There was a ladder going underground, where the box was. A dank smell rose from the passage. I looked again at the photo I found in the house. The couple looked distant, like they didn't want to be in the same picture. I wondered where the wife was. My leg was in terrible shape, but I had to get out. Okay! New area. Footprints in the dirt. Looked like more than one kind and a lot of traffic. Whatever this place was, it was obviously used a lot. Places all over were marked on the old map of the town. The industrial area near the river, various houses, and even the water tower near the old rail station. The guy upstairs must have done this, but what was his interest in the water tower? Some of the markings matched the scribbles I saw on the bookshelf upstairs. So see, like, if you investigate some things, like, it'll add up later. And I love that. I love that effect, feature, I don't know, mechanic. Newspaper clippings from the local paper. They were all about murders in town over the last few years. Wait. There were photos. Photos of our house. What the hell was that about? Maybe I should have looked around more, tried to find some kind of information. Well, oh, Rachel, please be okay. I wanted to rush home, but I had to find a way out first, and I needed to see what else was down there. A work table covered in papers, dirt, and a handgun. I hated guns. I didn't take it, did I? Yes, you did. I tucked the small handgun into my pocket. Its weight was somehow reassuring. Why did I take the gun? Because you need protection. It was so dark down there, and the air smelled stale and putrid. I couldn't believe what I saw. What was this place? The desk looked old and was caked with grime. On it was a stack of old faded paper covered with what looked like names. They were scratched out, and illegible notes were written beside them in faded blue ink. I could only make out a few letters. He, Iv, E, He, Ul, Alf, Ol, Ro. None of it made any sense to me. Nothing about Rachel or me was written there. Maybe I needed to keep looking. Okay, so there's a door there. What is this? Some kind of homemade rack slung together with poorly cut wooden rope. It was caked with old blood. Somebody didn't actually use that, did they? The smell in that room was like old grease and rot. I wasn't getting any closer to finding anything useful. Crudely made shelves. They looked like they were holding cans of some kind of corrosive. The labels were worn and slick, but I could still see the warnings. The slight fumes that still emanated from the cans made me dizzy. Okay, there's another ladder. It looked like a cage. It was small, but there was something coating the bottom. Something wet. That place was getting worse all the time. I knew I had to keep moving. Okay, let's go through the door and just see what all we had to see. Are y'all on edge? I'm kind of glad I didn't turn the lights off, because I would be so scared right now. Oh, There looked to be bones half dug into the ground, and the remains looked old. The faded clothes that stuck up amongst the dirt looked familiar. They looked like the clothes that woman was wearing in the photo I found. Was this the man's wife? I wondered, what would I have found if I had dug deeper? Alright, let's go down that other ladder. Ugh, the anxiety, it's too real. Okay. Some kind of old boxes. They look like they were years old. Wait a minute. These boxes had old clothes in them. Clothes I remembered throwing out after Rachel and I moved to town. What the hell were they doing there? If I was scared before, I was terrified now. Why were there photos of our house there, and these clothes? Was that why I was there? I checked my back pocket and realized my wallet was missing. Did I come to that house, or did somebody bring me? There wasn't anyone there. Was I hearing things? Okay. Okay, no door there. Just wanted to make sure. Oh. Don't love that sound. Creepy. I remember noticing the broken ladder. I had to be careful. Okay. Let's see. There was a rope hanging there. I wasn't sure how sturdy it was. I absolutely took it. Maybe the rope would make that broken ladder easier to descend. Okay. I had the rope now. There must have been a use for it around somewhere. Sorry. I got a notification from Wish. I'm like, oh, what are they trying to get me to buy now? The rope I found would have let me climb down the broken ladder safely. Let's use it. I could hear a faint hum, and the smell from before started to get worse. Okay. Noted. A bunch of old newspapers, wheat pasted together. A message had been hastily smeared on it. Keep out, danger due to cave in. I wanted nothing more than to get out of there. Okay. Well, we'll do our best. Oh god. Oh god. I could still feel a faint impression of the rope I had slid down as I pressed against the heavy metal door. It was probably for the best that I hadn't jumped. The ache in my leg was bad enough as it was. If I could have, though, I would have run straight out of those awful tunnels. Why? Who would keep such a place? At least, I thought I had found that old handgun. It seemed to work, and... At least, I thought I had found that old handgun. It seemed to work, and from the smell of it, it had been used already. I kept the gun in my pocket. It seemed a familiar weight there. I think that's a very smart idea. There was dirt on the ground. It looked wet, and there was grease smeared within it. Odd. There was similar dirt on my own shoes. I could hear a faint trickling sound, like water. What was that? Okay, well, I'm not ready to exit yet. A kitchen knife covered in drying blood. Thinking about it made me sick. I didn't even want to touch it. Yep. Absolutely take the knife. I slipped the knife in my boot since I had the gun in my pocket. Did I really need all this? Well, better to need it, or to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it, okay? Oh god! The door was locked. There's a musty smell from inside. Jesus Christ. Anybody else pee themselves? I almost did. I wasn't sure, but I thought it was some kind of regulator. I had no idea how it worked. Through the dust, I could see handprints from previous use, probably from whoever worked in those sewers. Okay. I wasn't sure what those valves were for. Let's not turn it yet. Once I figure out what I need to do, then I'll worry about that. Let's see. 4. Okay. Is there anything to hint about the correct order? Door was locked. There's a musty smell from inside. Okay. Well, I'm not ready to leave yet. Blood marks from where the knife was, and I was carrying that gun and this knife. I was worried what the police might think if they saw me. Well, let's not run into them. How about that? Okay, I'm just gonna go in order and hope for the best. Yes. Oh. Whatever these valves did, this one wasn't pumping water anymore. Okay. What about this? Wasn't sure what those valves were for. The valve was still active. Okay. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to turn all the water off. Yes. That was still active. Okay. Okay, cool. I hope that did something. Fingers crossed. No. Okay, so I know what I'm supposed to do. I just was a chicken and didn't want to go through the exit just yet. Turning those valves must have drained the water that was in this room. There was a ladder I could reach. Wait. Looked like the water drained out of that grate in the wall. There was a small metal key left floating in the shallow pool of rancid water. Yes, I took it. It was so odd-shaped, I had no idea what it might open. Well, I'm gonna go try that door again, just for funsies. So I don't know, it might open it. It's worth a try. Okay, it did not. That's alright. That's okay. I tried my best anyway. Okay, so the smell hadn't improved much and the room was damp. Okay, that's fine. The safety poster had definitely seen better days. How old was that facility? The faded paper was yellow and dusty, but there it had obviously been wiped off recently. Okay. Let's see. I found another dead body, a sewer worker. By the wounds all over his face and body, I figured he'd been stabbed repeatedly. There's a keyring sticking out of the man's pocket. Yes, I absolutely took it. I thought about the knife I had found with some disgust as I carefully picked the keys from his pocket. I was almost worried he was going to grab me. I was feeling even more sick from seeing another dead man. I didn't want to get any more blood on my clothes. Well, oh well. There was a security camera in the room. There must have been a way to see what had happened. I couldn't help but wonder if someone was watching me from the other side. Oh, that's so creepy. I hate that. I hate that so much. Use the keyring to unlock the door. Good deal. The shelf full of security tapes was strictly organized, though covered in dust. Must have been old if they were still using VHS. Odd, one of the tapes was missing. I wondered where the other tape was. I wonder if I'll find it at some point. The security desk was dusty and there was a dirty coffee cup there. The VCR looked like it still worked. The security desk was dusty and there was a dirty coffee cup there. The VCR looked like it still worked. Okay. Maybe we'll find it in that other room. I'm betting. I'm willing to bet. I still wonder what that other key is for, though. You know? Tried a bunch of the keys on the keyring I had found on that sewer worker, and one of them seemed to fit. Hell yeah. I thought they were going to tell me it wasn't going to work. I was going to cry. A collection of stale liquor bottles covered the floor. That room didn't seem like much of a place for drinking. What was the point? The wall was littered with dozens of old faded papers. Whoever did this was obsessed with some local murders. According to some of the clippings, bodies had been found in ravines and in the forest, and in one case dumped in the back of an abandoned truck. I couldn't be sure, but I thought some of these same articles had also been pasted up back in those tunnels. Did that sewer worker find this room? Is that why he was killed? Well, hope the same doesn't happen to me. A faded receipt was half trampled on the floor. It was from the local train station and was for 2 tickets. I didn't know what use it could be, but did I keep the receipt? It couldn't hurt. I neatly folded the soiled receipt and slipped it into my front pocket. That entire room was a mess. Okay. Alright, well that was fun. Oh! Y'all, whoo, my heart is beating so fast right now. Oh my god. That was so fucking scary. And the controller keeps vibrating. That was terrifying. Oh my god. Okay. Whew. That was really intense. God damn. Okay, anyway. Let's keep going. Shit. I could smell a hint of fresh air here. Was I close to the exit? I was anxious to leave, especially after seeing what I had, but was there more? I think there is. I'm not leaving yet. I don't want to leave yet. Did I get everything? Okay, anyway. Alright. Let's keep it going. I don't know. The weight of the arsenal I had collected only aggravated the injury to my leg as I slowly climbed the ladder. Who hid all those newspaper clippings away in that locked room? As I limped to the top, I found a latch I couldn't see, and cracked it open with my one free hand. I pushed open the heavy lid above me, and suddenly I smelled the clear scent of what seemed like a forest. Alright, well on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and... Oh, if I gave up now, I would remember what I had seen so far in that dark forest. Did I quit? No. Anyway, on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share this with your friends, hit the bell so you don't miss an upload, and I'll see you guys next time.